Today I'm going to be breaking down who I think the Detroit Lions will be looking to draft in the second round of this year's draft. Let's talk Lions. Welcome back. Thank you for liking, thank you for commenting, and subscribing. Today's episode is sponsored by this purple Band-Aid. It is both functional and cute. So, I like it. It's a good one. Now that we are officially within 1 month of the draft, I wanted to take a little bit of time and start focusing on it just a little bit more. The reason I have not been focusing on the draft up until this point is because so much transpires. So much can happen at the drop of a hat, and you can sit there and project about the draft for days, 4 weeks, 4 months until draft day, and all of the projection is really just conjecture. Because now that we are within that 1 month mark of the draft, I feel like we can focus on it a little bit more because now we have a better grasp as to what's going on. You look at even what transpired Friday with the Finns, with the Niners, and the Eagles. Like, that stuff changes everything. It changes so much. So all these mock drafts up until this point are pointless. And so I haven't wanted to Pistol Pete the crap out of the draft. So now that we are within 1 month, it's time to start focusing on who really I think the Lions will be targeting. Very specifically, I do believe that the Lions in the first round will either be choosing the top tier wide receiver available, who I think is Jamar Chase, if available at 7, or it will be Micah Parsons. Either way, it's going to be one of those two guys. That's my guess. That's my prediction. No matter what, if the Detroit Lions select Micah Parsons or if they select a top-tier wide receiver in the first round, I do believe that the Lions will select cornerback Asante Samuel Jr. out of Florida State in the second round. Now, me just being candid with you, this is a necessity move. This is not a flashy move. This is not a sexy move. This is simply like our cornerback depth is very limited. We need a cornerback. Now, looking at Asante Samuel Jr. himself, I want to break down a little bit of the pros and the cons to the young man, beginning with all the negative aspects. Simply doing a lot of research, there's a lot of people that, and I read a lot of articles, and all of them at some point mention his father. And I get it, like there's, hey, somebody's dad played in the NFL, somebody's dad won the Super Bowl, so maybe like he comes from the same gene pool, maybe he's also going to be as great. But I don't think that's a fair assessment to make. I think at some point you have to say, are you your own man? Are you your own player? Can we trust you to get us where we need to go? We can't just rely on the storyline of Papa, as one Pinocchio once said. So let's begin with the negatives. Some things that I do not like, first and foremost, his size. He's 5'10", he weighs like 184 pounds. He is smaller. That size up against some wide receivers in the NFL is really going to be a mismatch. It's going to create some problems. Now, if he's playing in the slot, hey, you're playing against guys the size of Danny Amendola. Shorter guys that I think he would have a better or easier time matching up against. However, all in all, you put him on the outside, put him up against guys that are 6'1", 6'3", 6'4". I mean, when we got Jeff Okudah, I looked at him and I was like, man, he's tiny and he's 6'1". He felt small to me. And so 5'10" is a very short cornerback. He's lightweight. He's 184 pounds. And so that will create mismatches going up against a wide receiver. Another area is him struggling to pick up the ball that is in the air. Listen, tracking a ball is very difficult, but if you're struggling at the college level to do that, I do fear going into the NFL how much more difficult that's going to be against guys that are faster, bigger, stronger, QBs that could throw the ball even further harder. So all in all, that is an area not being able to pick up the ball well does scare me a little bit. And lastly, there's not much to write home about with Asante Samuel when it comes to zone coverage. However, I will say this, he didn't get a lot of opportunity to play in zone coverage. But the opportunities that he did have, the performance was really not there, and it wasn't there well. So looking at that, that's something that is going to have to be worked on. But going into the pros. Very specifically, right off the bat, hey, listen, the Lions last year, we played a ton of man-to-man. And so if that's the case, he is good in man-to-man coverage. So there's a pro. I don't know how much man-to-man we're going to be playing this season. Not sure what the defense is going to look like under Aaron Glenn here in Detroit. However, if there is man-to-man coverage, if there's more man-to-man coverage, that is an area that Samuel does perform well in. He's excellent at picking up where to go as a play unfolds. He's decently fast, running a 4.5 40, and he has excellent ball skills. Not to mention that he also plays special teams, and he plays it well. Lastly, his technique is solid, specifically when you watch his hips. They don't lie. Darn it. Thought I was going to make it through without a stupid joke, but it was there, low-hanging fruit. I took it. His hips are explosive when he opens up, he turns. Honestly, go watch some footage. The guy can move. His technique is excellent, and I love that. I think a pairing of him and Okudah could be something beautiful in the future to come as they both continue to develop under Aaron Glenn here in Detroit. All in all, when I look at Asante Samuel Jr., it is a necessity pickup in the second round. We do need to maximize the cornerback position here in Detroit. The depth is very, not there at the moment. And we do need to add depth to the cornerback position here in Detroit. And so that is why I believe the Detroit Lions will be drafting Asante Samuel Jr. in the second round. How do you feel? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Look forward to reading it. And right now, your boy's going to go make a paleo, no-bake key lime pie. That's right. Take some lime, some avocado, some coconut cream. Not milk, cream. Drop that baby in a food processor, blend it up, throw it in a paleo crust right in the fridge. You got yourself a pie. But you got to get going because otherwise I'm eating it tomorrow based on what time I'll probably be going to sleep. It's got to be in the fridge for a certain amount of time before you can